Okay, so good afternoon everyone. So kanisha na process is after your UC1 and after your UC2 na patching. So meaning is nakapatch na mo and you are now ready for your configuration. So in this part, you have to configure your AP and also your router. So kani siya atong router nga gamiton ani is katong router nga mga 4-in-1 ni TP-Link, which is katong TP-Link TLWR8840N. So those router are routers na 4-in-1. So pwede siya maging router, AP, WISP, and also a repeater. So in this process, you will learn how to configure na i-convert ang isang router to AP and your router na mag-configure, and it will connect all your devices sa isang network lamang. So first is dapat na-sureball na po natin na lahat is nag-connect na with our patching. So nakapatch na sa lahat with our client and our server, and also nag-patch na din yung ating AP at saka magiging router natin. Then after that, during your configuration, so first is you have to check if your network is dapat naka-obtain lamang siya or naka-DHCP. Same with our server. So sa server, dapat naka-obtain lang din siya. So to check, so always tandaan, change adapter options, Ethernet, then network. So yan. So after that, we will now configure our AP and router. And make sure na dapat yung AP at saka router ninyo na reset na ninyo sila para hindi na kayo mahirapan na mag-configure during our configuration. So first is, open lang natin. So mas maganda guys na mag-configure kayo doon sa ating client na PC para during your configuration walang error na mangyari. So tandaan, if this router to gamiton, ang iyahang IP address or ang iyahang ang iyahang default na IP address is your 192.168.0.1. Tandaan natin also na pag mag-configure kayo, yung isang AP or yung isang router, tanggalin nyo muna para hindi siya magkagulo sa network ninyo. So, tanggalin nyo muna sa switch hub, then itira nyo lang yung isang router na i-configure ninyo. So, first i-configure natin is yung router. So, open lang natin to. Then, so since na set na natin, so you have to change your password. So, ito yung password na nilalagay ko palagi. Password. Then, start. So, yan. So, after that, you will just change the name lang ng ating router or the wireless network name. So, example, Cronasia router. Then, click lang natin ito ng save. Then, after saving, we have to change our password also. Wireless password. So, yan lang yung password natin. Palitin malimutan. So, after that, so sa DHCP, i-on muna natin siya ngayon. So, ngayon, naka-on mo itong DHCP natin because si router muna magbibigay ng IP address sa mga device na sila connect sa ating network. Since it's only in our UC2 pa lang naman. So, after that, you will now change your IP address into 1.1 or anything na i-require sa inyo ni assessor. So, save lang natin. Then, okay. Then, automatic na yan siya magre-reboot. So, wait lang natin siya mag-reboot. So, after natin siya ma-reboot, so, basically, hindi yan siya mag-o-open. Kasi, yung 0.1 yan na IP na gateway natin, mag-change to 1.1. So, gawin natin, pwede siya mag-ncpa.cpl na lang. Then, i-disable, enable lang natin para pwede siya din ma-open later. So, by that, so, meron tayong network or nakapasok na tayo ulit sa ating router. So, yan. So, okay, after nyan, tapos natin ma-configure si router. So, next naman is i-configure naman natin si AP. So, in configuring AP, tanggalin mo natin si router sa ating network or sa ating switch hub. Then, ibabalik natin, isaksak natin yung si AP natin. So, yun, nasaksak na natin siya. So, since si AP natin is naka 0.1 pa siya, so i-ano muna natin to, i-disable, enable para mag-connect tayo sa network ni AP or yung default na network ni AP. So, yan. So, 0.1 to ulit siya because si AP is 0.1. Then, yun. Change po natin ang password ulit. So, same password lang with our router. So, after, ang kaibahan naman ni router at saka ni AP, gawin natin to siyang AP, itong router na ito. So, to do that, tingnan natin operation mode, then click natin si access point, then save. Then, after that, magre-reboot yan siya. So, wait lang natin siya mag-reboot. So, mapapansin ninyo, marami, ito yung mga settings and ito yung mga functions ni router. So, pag dating kay AP is, mag-iba yan siya dito. Kasi nga, si AP is our access point. So, it serves as para siyang connected siya sa wired device natin. It will also transform yung mga wired access natin into wireless na pwede siya maglaki yung ating coverage ng ating network. So, yun yung gamit ni AP. So, basically, it's more like of extender. Pero iba siya sa extender actually. So, yun. So, after that, lagyan lang natin ulit. So, after natin siya ma-change into AP, so, ito na lang yung functions na natira kay router natin. Since AP na to siya. So, change natin yung pangalan niya into Cronasia AP. Then, save natin. So, after saving, change yung password natin into password. Save. So, ang catch nito is si AP dapat hindi siya magbigay ng IP address because nandun si router. Si router lang dapat ang makapagbigay ng ating IP address. So, dapat i-close natin si DHCP. Pero, hindi na siya ma-close as long as yung network natin or ating IP address ng AP is hindi natin ma-change. So, punta naman tayo sa network, then change natin yung LAN from smart IP to static IP. So, i-change to IP address ni AP into 1.2. Then, i-change tong gateway natin into 1.1, which is yan si router. So, ang nangyari is si router at saka si AP isang network na lang because they have the same subnet. So, save natin. So, after this, you have to reboot ulit. Then, wait lang natin siya ma-reboot. So, after rebooting, so, kailangan natin i-disable-enable ulit para ma-open natin ulit si AP. Kasi nga, yung ating gateway nito is 0.1 pa. So, since nag-change tayo ng gateway into 1.1, so, para ma-refresh yung connection natin sa network. So, yan. After yan. So, open natin siya ulit. So, i-off na natin si DHCP para si router lamang ang magbibigay ng IP address. So, disable, then save. So, yan. So, okay. So, after natin na ma-configure si router at saka si AP, ibalik na natin si router na isaksak sa switch hub natin. So, okay. So, nasaksak na ulit si router sa ating switch hub. So, check muna natin if gumagana siya. So, after natin masaksak si router at saka si AP, so pwede tayo mag IP config to check our IP address. So, our IP address is 192.168.1.100. So, makita natin doon kanina na ang gina-send lang ni router or ginibigay na IP address ni router is from 100 to 199. So, since this is our first natin, so 1.100 siya. So, try natin, ping 68 at 1.100. Ay, 1.1 pala. So, yun. Maping natin si router. So, after that, we will now ping si AP. So, yan. So, after mapping natin si router tsaka si AP, ang next namin gawin is si server naman. Check natin. So, to do that, since kanina si server is naka 0.1 pa siya na gateway, so gawin lang natin is i-disable-enable lang natin siya para makuha niya yung network na gateway or ang network na gi-set up natin kanina. So, yes, then click. So, dapat IP config. So, 101 na si server. So, since naka-DHCP lang tayo, so 101 siya. So, ping natin. Oh. 192.168.1.1. So, si router, ping, check. Then, si server na, si AP na naman. So, check pa rin. So, ang gawin natin is i-try natin connect si cellphone or any wireless device to our network. So, yun yung next natin gawin. So, i-connect mo muna yung Wi-Fi mo or yung cellphone mo or your laptop sa tiang network. So, suppose sa Croatia AP tayo mag-connect. So, wait lamang. So, example po, i-connect natin si cellphone sa ating network which is Croatia AP. So, yan, connected siya. Then, i-check natin ang yung IP address niya. So, IP address niya po is 192.168.102. So, i-try natin siya i-ping. Ay, so, I mean, na-connect natin siya. So, yun. So, close ko muna to. Yan. So, yan. So, yun. 102. Tala natin. Si server is 101. Si client is 100. While our cell phone is 102. So, yun. Ping muna natin si client. So, ping 192.168.1.100. So, hindi siya mag-connect. So, pag ganyan, hindi siya mag-connect or nag-request timeout siya, so, possible, ang gawin lang natin is, so, kailangan lang natin i-on yung mga network sharing options niya. Same with the server. So, punta man tayo kay client, on natin yung network sharing niya, sharing options, then, turn on natin, turn on, then turn on, then you turn off, save changes, then X, same with the server. So, open network sharing options, turn on, turn on, turn on, turn on, turn off natin yung password, turn on natin to, then save changes, then okay. So, try natin ulit, si 100, and yun, nag-ping na siya. So, as long as you turn on yung sharing options, so, try natin naman i-ping si cellphone. So, 192.168.1.102. So, yun, na-ping din siya. So, we will do that with our client. So, balik sa client natin, ping 192.168.1.101. So, si server, so yun, na-ping siya. Then, 102 naman for our cellphone. So, okay. Ping. So, nag-ping din siya. So, after that, after nyo na ma-secure yung AP ninyo at saka router na secure nyo na-configure nyo na siya, so you can now pwede na kayo magpa-check sa inyong assessor. We are done with our UC2, which is configure or set up computer networks. Then, we will now proceed with our UC3 after. Okay, so huwag nyo kalimutan na magpa-check after securing na mapping nyo na lahat ng server, mapping nyo na ang wireless device, yung client niyo at saka yung router at saka yung AP. So, okay. Okay. So, yun. So, after ninyo, magpa-check with your UC2 sa inyong mga assessor, you are now good to go para sa ating UC3. So, for our UC3, first, tandaan natin kung sa UC2, si router ang nagbibigay ng IP address sa mga clients natin or sa mga users natin. On UC3, in setup computer server, si server naman ang nagbibigay ng ating IP addresses. So, ating unang gawin is you have to turn off the DHCP of our router. So, to do that, first is, tandaan nyo, UC3 na ni siya, guys. So, turn off muna natin yung DHCP sa ating computer or sa ating router. So, first is dapat lagyan natin ng IP address muna si client. Para during yung pag-change natin ng IP address or pag-off ng DHCP natin, meron na siyang static na IP address agad. So, hindi na natin kailangan na, since hindi naman makapagbigay ng IP address si router, so, ligay na natin siya. So, 192.168.1.100. Then, 192.168.1.1. So, okay. Then, okay. Then, XX. Then, punta tayo kay router. 168.1.1. So, open natin. Password. So, yun. So, punta tayo sa DHCP. Then, i-disable natin si DHCP. So, ibig sabihin nito, hindi na si router ang magbibigay ng ating IP address. So, save lang natin. Then, UX. So, okay. So, after that, we will now proceed with our server. So, same with our server or same with our client. Sa server, kailangan din natin na i-static yung IP address ni server. Kasi nga, hindi nagbibigay, dapat si server na ang nagbibigay ng IP address sa ating mga users or sa ating client. So, change adapter options, properties. So, kung anong ibigay na IP address or kung depende sa inyo, ano lang ilagay nyo dito. So, 192.168.1.110. So, that will be our server. So, 192.168.1.1. Then, for our preferred DNS, ilagay natin dito si IP address ni server. 10. Then, click OK. Then, OK. Then, OK. And OK. To make sure na gumagana to siya or we have the same network with our client, para later hindi tayo magka-problema during our domain and pagpasok ni client sa domain natin, so i-ping muna natin just to make sure. So yun, na-ping siya. So sa kabila na naman, just to make sure lang ito. 8.1.1.110. So yun, na-ping siya. So ibig sabihin nasa iisang network lang sila. So, balik tayo kay server. So, after that, after changing the IP address, punta tayo sa local server. Then, sureball natin yung Ethernet niya. Okay na siya. Then, you have to check your computer name or change natin siya into server para hindi tayo mahirapan. Then, click OK. Then, OK. Then, close. Pwede siya restart now or restart later. Pero, restart lang natin. So, after siya ma-restart, so, nalagyan natin IP address and naping natin si client. So, we are now ready to proceed with our setup computer server. So, itayin natin na siya, nag-loading pa siya. So, yun. So, punta natin sa add roles and features. Then, so, after, click next. Next. Then, next. So, click natin yung mga kailangan natin ng mga features. So, ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services, si DHCP server, si DNS server. So, after that, check natin to see File Server Resource Manager. Then, we also check si Print, Document Services, and also si Web Server. So, next. Then, next lang natin. Next, 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 next. Then, check natin to restart. So, yes. Then, install. So, wait lang natin siya na ma-install. Meron naman tayo dito parang nag-check if our server is ready or tapos na siya mag-install. So, wait lang natin. So, after niya ma-successful ating installation sa ating server, close lang natin siya, then actually it will automatically restart. Pero if wala, so you can manually restart. So, okay. So, after restarting sa ating server, so, makita natin, meron tayong makitang dalawang flag dito. So, click lang natin itong flag. Then, click natin itong promote this server to a domain controller. So, after, so, wait lang natin. So, pansin natin na naglo-loading siya because may tumatakbong blue dito. So, add new forest. Then, you think of your name sa inyong domain. So, akin is cronesia.com. Then, you click next. So, wait lang natin. So, after that, makikita natin na mag-change tayo ng password or maglalagay tayo ng password sa ating domain. So, wait lang natin. So, makita nyo may blue dito. Ibig sabihin, naglo-loading yan siya. So, wait mo lang. So, after that, so, okay na. So, ang ginawa ko, same lang yung password ng server ko at saka yung ng domain ko para hindi ko na siya malimutan. So, next lang. The next. So, wait na po natin para sa ating NetBIOS domain name. So, next. Next. Then next. Hintayin lang natin siya matapos. So, after that, so, install lang natin siya. And it will automatically restart or sign out your computer. So, after niya ma-install. So, if kung gusto mo muna, so, pwede mo siyang i-restart ang una. So, yan. So, done na po siya installed. Then, close natin. Then, you have to restart. So, restart, continue. Then, actually, after promoting your domain, ito yung pinakamatagal na pag-restart. So, you have to wait lang talaga. So, actually, ito na yung pinaka-last din na restart na matagal. So, after that, the other restart is mabilis na lang siya. So, ito matagal siya kasi in-install niya lahat ng features for our domain and for our clients na mas madali siya naka-serve as a server computer. So, wait for it na matapos na ma-restart. So, yun, after mag-start, so, lagi lang tayo ulit. So, mapansin natin, yung domain natin is activated na siya kasi meron nakalagay na Cronasia. So, i-password natin. So, yun. Hintayin lang natin matapos So, meron pa siyang isang notification dito. Click na natin for our DHCP configuration. Actually, next lang natin to siya. Then, commit. Then, close. Then, we have to restart. So, this will be our last restart of our server. So, wait lang natin siya. Actually, madali lang to siya compared to the ADDS or you're promoting our domain server. So, yun. After mag-restart, so, lagyan natin ulit. NP at SSWORD. So, after natin na ma-set up or ma-configure yung ating promotion sa ating domain server and also our DHCP. So, wala na siya dito nakalagay dito. So, we can now go to our local server. Then, click the DHCP. Then, right-click. Then, click our DHCP manager. So, configure natin yung DHCP natin. So, IPv4, click DHCP server, IPv4, then right-click, then click new scope. Next, then we will now have our name for our scope. So, example, Cronasia scope lamang. Next, then, ito na siya. So, since si server na ang magbibigay ng ating IP address, so, ilagay natin kung anong IP address ang kanyang ibibigay. So, example, if the assessor tells you na magbigay ka ng 10 IP address, any, so kayo na bahala. And, tandaan natin na dapat hindi kasali yung IP address ni server sa ating ibibigay. So, parang si client lang talaga ang makakuha ng mga IP addresses na ito. So, example, yung ating IP address ating server is 110. So, kunyari, sabi ni assessor, 10 IP address ibigay natin. So, we will have our 192.168.1.111. So, hindi kasali si server na IP address. So, 192.168.1.120. So, yan. So, next lang natin. Then, next. So, actually, si add exclusions and delay. So, hindi mo siya isali. So, okay lang yan siya. I-exclude. So, next, next, next. So, gateway natin or router natin, 1.1. So, add. And then next. Next lang natin to. With server, next lang natin to. I want to activate the scope now. Then, it's finished. So, after natin ma-finish with our DHCP, so, punta tayo sa ncpa.cpl. So, ang gawin natin, i-change natin yung preferred DNS server natin. Because, kung mapapansin natin dito, bumalik siya into 127.0.0.1. So, si 127 is our localhost IP address. So, gawin natin, ibabalik natin siya into 192.168.1.110. So, this is the IP address of our server. So, okay. Next, then ating i-disable, then enable. So, ang mangyayari niyan is yung network natin is it will connect to our server. So from network to get kanina, so ang naglagay na ngayon is cronatia.com. So, okay. So, after that, we will now continue with our DNS. So, DNS, click lang natin to, then right-click natin to, then DNS Manager. Okay, si Cronatia server, server@cronatia.com, then forward lookup zone, then click natin si cronatia.com. Then, hanapin natin yung pangalan ng computer natin or the server. So, server, then properties, then update. Click natin to, check, apply, then click OK, then OK. So, after that, punta tayo sa reverse lookup zone. Then, right-click natin, new zone, then next, then lagay natin, first is yung IP address ni server. So, 192.168.1. So, yung last octet niya o yung 110 is ilalagay natin later sa pag-pointer natin. So, next lang natin to. Next. So, ayun. So, nandito siya. So, i-right-click lang natin. Then, new pointer. So, lagay natin dito 110. Then, hostname, browse, then all records, server, forward lookup zone, cronatia.com, then hanapin natin si start of authority. So, yan. Sa pinakauna, so yan. Click natin. Then, click OK, then OK. So, gawin natin ulit. So, new zone, then next. So, ito naman yung ating 127.0.0.1. So, si localhost server. So, next, finish, then click natin, then right-click, new pointer, nalagyan natin siya ng 1. Then, browse, tapos all records, then server, forward lookup zone, cronatia.com, then same as authority, same as parents, then start of authority. Got it. Okay. Then, okay. So, we are now done with our reverse lookup zone and our configuring our DNS server. So, next na natin gawin is i-close na natin to. So, after that, gagawa na tayo ng ating folder redirection. So, ito siya i-close. Then, next pa na gagawin is mag-create ng ating mga users pala. So, first is sa tools, Active Directory users and computers. So, yan. Then, cronatia.com. Right-click, cronatia.com. Then, new organizational unit. So, any organizational unit. So, check natin to. So, example, admin department. Okay. Then, another. So, dalawang OU ang gagawin natin or organizational unit. So, ang gawin natin is IT department na naman siya. So, okay. Then, gawa tayo ng users. So, si assessor ang magsasabi sa atin kung ilang users per OU ang gawin natin. So, for this sample, gawin natin is isa-isa lang per OU. So, click natin new, then user. So, example, user 1. So, last name natin. Pwede siya malimutan. Yung username niya, user 1 lang. Next, then check natin to, check natin to, check natin to. Then, password. So, same lang pag ginawa ko password for the example lang. Next, next. Then, IT department na naman. So, new organizational unit. Then, ay, cancel. New users pala. New user. Then, user 2. So, user 2. So, check. Then, check natin to, check natin to, check natin to. Then, P password. Password. So, next. Finish. So, yan. So, naka-create na tayo ng dalawang organizational unit and we also have users in each of our organizational unit. So, after nyan, gawa na tayo ng folder natin for our folder redirection. So, anything na gagawin natin sa user 1 with our folder redirection is mapupunta dito. So, new folder, folder redirection. Yan. So, after, you click lang, right-click, properties, then sharing, then advanced sharing, then share this folder, then permissions, everyone, apply lang natin, then add tayo, AU, for authenticated users. So, click natin dalawa, then click OK, then allow, apply, then isa din, allow, then apply, then click OK. So, apply, then click OK. Then, copy natin itong network path natin na gagamitin natin later with our folder redirection group policy. So, after that, punta tayo sa security. Then, click natin sa edit. Then, add AU, check names, yung dalawa. Click natin OK. Click OK, authenticated users. Allow, apply. Dito naman din, si Education Authority Identity, click apply, then click OK. So, after, close natin, then X, so balik kay server manager. So, server manager, X natin, punta natin sa tools. So, we'll now create our group policy management para sa ating folder redirection. So, group policy management. So, forest, then domains, croatia.com, then mahanap natin yung mga OU na ginawa natin kanina. So, dito si admin at saka si IT department. So, admin, click natin, punta sa delegation, then advance, then add AU, then click natin yung dalawa, authenticated users, authenticated, then apply, allow pala, full control, apply, authenticated users, same, apply, then click OK. So after, we'll now create a GPO in this domain with under admin. So right-click lang natin siya, create a GPO, then admin department or admin folder na lang, the GPO. So admin, so click natin to, then OK, click natin sa admin folder, then delegation, then advanced pa rin, then add, so AU, so check names, yung dalawa, click OK, then click OK, then same, allow, full control, allow din natin si authenticated users, apply, then click OK, then OK, then after you enforced, so yun, na-enforce na siya, then you click edit, then punta tayo sa user configuration, Windows settings, folder redirection, click natin itong desktop, then right click, properties, so setting, change to basic, then paste natin yung kinopy natin kanina. So yun, settings, check natin itong dalawa, then click apply, then click OK, then click OK. So gawin natin siya with our documents also. So properties, basic, then paste, then settings, check natin to, then click apply, then yes, click OK. So, okay. So, punta naman tayo ngayon sa ating IT department. So, same pa rin, delegation, advance, add, AU. Check names natin, then dalawa. click OK, then click OK, then authentication, apply, full control, authenticate users, apply, full control, allow, apply, then click OK. Then create tayo ng GPO. So, IT folder. Okay, then sa IT folder, our GPO, then delegation, advance, click add, AU, check names, click OK, then click OK. So, hanapin natin sa authenticated users, allow, apply, authentication, allow, apply, then click OK. Then, enforce, then click natin edit. So, policies, Windows settings, folder redirection, then click natin sa desktop, right click properties, basic, then paste natin, then settings, check natin itong dalawa, then click natin si apply, yes, then click OK. So, documents na naman tayo. So, properties, right click natin yun, then basic, then paste natin, then settings tayo, at check itong dalawa, then apply, then yes, then click OK, then okay. So last, we will now go to our domain default domain policy. So get it okay, delegation, advance, add AU, check names dito, dalawa, click OK, then click OK, then again users, allow, apply, authenticated, then click natin allow, then apply, then click OK. Then you also have to enforce this, then edit. So same pa rin, user configuration, policies, window settings, folder redirection. So say desktop, right click, properties, basic, basic, then root path, paste natin, then settings, check natin itong dalawa, click apply, yes, okay, documents, then properties, then basic, then paste natin ito, then settings, click na at check natin dalawa, then apply, yes, then click OK, then okay, then we're done with configuration of our group policy or creation of our group policy or GPO for our folder redirection. So after you configure our group policy, you click na naman natin yung Windows R, then we will allow GP update. So GP update /force. So click natin, then enter. So wait lang natin siya matapos. So click natin yung yes. So mag-sign out siya, then i-sign in lang naman ulit. SSWOR. So yun. So after natin ma-sign in ulit si admin or si server sa ating server computer, so we can now go to our client. So punta na tayo kay client. So first natin gawin ito yung client. So syempre, i-change muna natin yung ating IP address. So, kanina naka-static siya. So, gawin natin siyang i-obtain. So, meaning, so kanina 100 siya. So, dapat yung mapupunta sa kanya na IP address, yung IP addresses na net ni server. So, dapat 111 to 120 yung IP address niya. So, obtain natin to. Then, yung preferred DNS natin, siyempre yung server natin. So, ito na 68.1.110. Then, click natin si OK. Click OK. Then, identifying. Wait lang natin siya. So, after mag-identifying siya or mag-connect sa network, so actually, it will also put our network to Cronesia.com or to our domain. So, mapansin ninyo, so our network is now connected to Cronesia.com. So, click natin yes. Then also, Cronesia.com na siya. So, after that, pwede kayo magpa-check sa ating assessor para ma-check niya if tama yung pag-configure ng DNS nyo at saka DHCP ninyo. So, at saka yung ating domain. So, CMD nyo lang siya. Then, ipconfig. So, kung mapansin ninyo, ang ating DNS is cronesia.com na. And ating IP address is C112 na. So, meaning, IP address is given by our server. So, ipconfig natin siya. /all. So, mapansin natin, yung connection natin is from cronesia.com na. And also, our DHCP is naka-yes na siya. So, meaning si server nagbigay. And auto configuration, yes. And at the IPv4 address natin, yung IP address natin is 112 galing kay server. And also, our gateway is yung router natin. And also, our DHCP server is si server computer na. So, yun. NetBIOS, okay. And our DNS server is si server din. So, yun. So, ibig sabihin, connected na siya with our network sa ating server. So, X. So, after that, we can now have our, check natin magpasok na tayo sa ating domain natin. So, this PC, click natin to. Then, properties, right click, properties. Then, we have to change settings. Then, change natin computer name natin into client. Then, domain natin is cronesia.com. So, our administrator, then password natin is password. Then, click OK. So, welcome to cronesia.com. So, click natin OK. Then, it will now restart our PC. So, start now natin. So, after restarting, mapansin natin, so, meron tayong client. So, this is our first user or our first account. So, yung client natin or yung ating first natin na ginawa na account during our installation of our Windows server or Windows 10, I mean. So, to check if our client nag-connect na talaga siya sa ating domain. So, this PC, right-click, properties. Then, this to our client name. And also, client.cronesia.com. And we also have our domain as cronesia.com. So, we will now log in or sign in our users. So, switch user tayo. Then, other user. So, user 1. So, password. So, nag-connect si user 1. So, okay. So, we're now signed in sa ating user 1. So, user 1 na naka-sign in natin. So, actually, we will see or parang meron tayong makikita na parang green sa Documents desktop natin. Meaning, our folder redirection is naka-folder redirection si user 1. So, to check, so pwede natin siyang right-click, then click tayo ng new folder. Then, gawin nating test. Then, gawa tayo ng file inside our folder. So, new folder, then new, then text document, then apelido ko. Then, we will now write something here, name, then qualification, then trainer, and our training center. So, yan. So, save natin. Then, and dapat, pag-check natin sa server is present dito si folder at saka yung ginawa ating file sa ating folder. So, check natin si server. Dito. Then, this PC. Then, local dist, folder redirection. Then, user 1. So, yun, si documents, desktop. So, yun, si test. Then, actually, nandito si folder. Ay, yung account na ginawa natin or yung file na ginawa natin. So, yan. So, gumagana siya. Then, try naman natin si user 2. So, flag natin si user 2. I mean, switch pala tayo dito. Switch user. So, other user. Then, user 2. So, yan. So, kung masin natin, yung files ni user 1 is wala sa file ni user 2. So, even though they have in the same machine or same PC lang sila, pero doesn't mean kung anong file ni user 1, nandun kay user 2. So, yan. So, create tayo ng another folder dito. Ay, shortcut. Cancel. So, new folder. So, test 2. So, yan. So, dapat ito folder na to present din with our folder redirection folder na nandito sa ating server. So, folder redirection, then user 2. So, desktop. So, yun. So, nandito siya. So, ibig sabihin, our user 2 is working. So, after that, we can now proceed with our remote desktop settings, or we will now try to remote our client using our server. So, first is, punta muna tayo sa server manager, X, then, local server, then, i-on lang natin itong remote desktop. So, click natin siya, allow, select users, actually, lahat man tayo dito. So, the user, check names, user 1 saka si user 2, then, click natin OK, OK, then, apply, then, click OK. So, enable na yan siya. Then, we also need to do that with our client. So, this PC, right-click, properties, i-on din natin siya. So, remote settings. So, ilagay lang natin si administrator. So, SWRD. So, yes. So, allow. Select users. So, add. So, administrator. So, click natin si OK or domain. So, domain admin, domain computer, domain users. Okay, then click natin. Okay, then click apply and click OK. So, after that, so we can now proceed to our remoting. So, click back to the server, then remote desktop. So, client, and it's the name of our computer, si client. So, connect. So, lagay natin password. So, itayin lang natin siya. It's loading. So, after doon, so pwede ka pa-check, after you folder redirection, pwede pa-check sa assessor before you proceed with your remoting. Para after nyo mag-remote, pa-check kayo ulit na naka-remote na kayo. Then, you will now proceed to your printer. So, wait lang tayo na mag-connect yung ating remote desktop. So, yun. Yan. So, another user sign in. Tell you, then we can you want to say yes lang natin. Then, punta tayo kay client, then check lang natin to okay. So, ibig sabihin, our server wants to connect with our client. So, this is a server computer. So, remoting usually is used to control other computers remotely. So, kahit yung mga PC outside or malayo, pwede makontrol ni admin. So pwede siya magawa niya yung mga ginagawa niya on the other client. So, yan. So, this is a server computer, but we can see the PC of our client. So, yan. So, that is remoting. So, remote na siya. So, after remoting, pa-check mo lang sa ating assessor, then you can now close this yung session natin. Okay? So, after natin mag-remote, so we can now proceed with our printer deployment. So, printer deployment, so first mo gawin is i-make sure mo na kunin mo yung printer, then also meron kang driver ni printer. So, in this case, since I'm using dito lang naman, so, na-save ko na agad yung driver niya dito sa aking so-called C. So, yung sa iba, magamit kayo ng tape or CD driver ng ating printer. So, the assessor will provide the external ODD or external optical disk drive for you to install the driver of the printer. So, first is, i-check muna natin if our printer is connected sa ating server. So, sa server tayo mag-print. Okay, so sa server tayo mag-install ng printer and dapat si user maka-print kahit wala siya na-install ng server or ng printer, I mean. So, yun. So, nandito si printer sa L5290 series. So, wala siya na-install ng driver kaya ganito ang kanyang interface. So, to install, so click lang natin or atin lang i-click ang ating installer. So, sa iba, ang installer nila is naka-ODD, so naka-tape. So, ito, ginamit ko lang siya para makita lang kung paano siya mag-install. So, yun. So, agree lang. Okay. So, wait lang natin siya ma-install yung printer natin. Driver niya. So, done na siya ma-install. So, since yung ginamit ko na driver is yung printer lang na installer. So, that's why hindi siya masyadong matagal. So, punta agad tayo ulit sa control panel. So, view devices and printers. Then, nandito na ang ating printer. So, after that, na-read na siya or available na siya. Then, we can now ang gawin natin is i-share natin si printer. So, click natin si printer. Then, printer properties. Then, sharing. Then, share this printer. Then, click apply. Then, click OK. So, hintayin natin siya mag-check. So, okay. So, after na share na natin siya. So, before we deploy our printer, punta muna tayo sa ating registry editor. So since we are using a Windows 2019 na server and Windows 10 na client, so usually, pag mag-share tayo ng mga printers natin, or pag mag-connect tayo ng mga printers natin to other PC, magkaka-error siya yung 11B. So to prevent that, then para di tayo masakit ang ulo natin, so gawin natin ito. So punta tayo sa registry editor or regedit, Windows R, then regedit lang, reg edit, then kita natin si reg editor, then punta tayo sa HKey local machine, then system, then current control set, so click natin yan, then control, then check, then hanapin natin si print. So yan, si print. Pagkita kay print, dito tayo, right click natin to, new, then dword 32-bit value. So dito, ilagay natin is RPC, so malaki si R, then oath N, malaki si A, then level, so malaki si L, then privacy, so malaki si P, then enabled. Yan, so RPC, oath N, level, privacy, enabled. So every new word is big letter. So yan. Then after that, UX na natin to. Then search natin si services. So services. Then hanapin natin si print spooler. Print spooler. Print. So yun. Print spooler, then i-restart lang natin to siya. Right click, or you can also click the restart sa gilid. So yun, after ma-restart, exit natin to, then pwede magbalik kay server manager. So kay server manager, exit natin to. So punta tayo sa tools, then print management, then print servers, set server, then printers. So, makikita natin si printer dito, or L25290 natin. Then, right-click. Then, deploy with group policy. So, ang gawin natin is si admin department lamang ang pwede makaprint, while si IT department naman is hindi pwede makaprint. So, meaning, lahat ng user under admin makaprint, at lahat naman ng user under IT hindi makaprint. So, GPO name, browse natin. So, hanapin natin si admin. So, ito siya. Admin folder. Then, so, ito yung GPO natin with admin. So, click natin siya. Okay. Then, check this. Then, add. Then, click natin si apply. Then, click natin okay. Then, click okay. Then, deployed printers. So, nandito na si Epson L5290 series. So, X. So, X natin. So, then, we will now have GP update force. So, GP update. Wait lang natin. So, yes. So, okay. So, it will sign out. Then, sign in mo lang ulit. Password. So, after that, sa ating server, balik tayo kay client. So, ilagin natin si user 1. So, pansin nyo, meron tayong 4 dito. si administrator, user 1, si client, si user 2. So, kay user 1 tayo. So, yun. Nakalagay na si user 1. So, GP update din tayo dito kay user 1. So, GP /force. So, after natin mag-restart and ma-sign in, so, check natin if na-install si printer. So, sa user 1, view device and printers, then, nandito si printer. So, ibig sabihin, successful yung pag-deploy natin ng printer. So, we can now have our print agad. So, and Control P, then print. So, accept natin. Okay. So, now, after that is, we will now check naman if may printer si user 2. So, dapat walang printer si user 2. Sign in natin si user 2. So, punta tayo ulit kay control panel. So, control panel, view devices and printers. Then, yun. Walang printer si user 2 because dineploy lang natin siya kay user 1 or kay admin department and hindi kay admin department. So, after that, you are now good to go. So, tapos na ang ating UC3. So, kato lang and maraming salamat.